With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Automatic first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They're going to look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Throwing to start the drive. Cotton. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ford. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And they'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd down and inches. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Cotton. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call him quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Looking to throw. Cotton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He finds his man, complete. That's Neal. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Now back to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Odunze.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
The numbers for Odunze a week ago.
6 catches, 53 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing
foul.
call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles, they hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The home team's offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
Now Cooper looks to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Orlando takes back over on offense.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's Cooper. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 2nd down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend now.
They'll boot it away from about his 35. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a toss here, short side. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Cooper will look to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there, with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Orlando takes back over on offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Cooper over the middle, complete. That's Manning.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 15 and a first.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Second and a couple.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, they're going to run for it here.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now the first carry here for the running back. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Cooper. Under pressure, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 4. That's into the hands of Edwards. 7 yards there and a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, wide open, complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw again.
To the sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll look to throw again.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost.
So he's been automatic to this. On the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we
pass the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action, set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Cotton. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it second down. Off the play fake. Cotton. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Looking to throw. Cotton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Manning. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
2 yards to go, second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Cotton. Throw left side, complete. That's Ford. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down. Looking to throw. Cotton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Cotton. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Pushes past him. And he couldn't quite get there and tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. In motion right, that's Collins.
Throwing to start the drive. Cotton, wide open receiver, complete.
Big strides, look at him go.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as they have taken the lead.
For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive, 4 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Edwards. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Off play action. Cotton. He'll buy some time right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Welcome back live to Orlando as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
It's a big play there on third down. And even 40 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown from 19 yards away as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Orlando takes back over on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, second shot.
Operating from the gun, Cotton. And he will find his man on the outside. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe
pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
From the 41, here's a second down and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. Looking to throw. Cotton. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 4, 2:08 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Over the middle, complete. It's Neal. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He's back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Extra point right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled? It's
a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards there, first down. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Edwards. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 more there and another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And they'll get this down to the 48-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Back to throw. Cotton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got this down to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know.
In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Off the play fake. Cotton. Man, it's caught at
at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there in overtime. And even 40 yards.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
Operating from the gun, Cotton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Will Anderson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Cotton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Will Anderson dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Cotton. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for Orlando, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.